Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures, and today I've got something that's pretty obscure for you. So, recently, I don't know if it was on social media or Daka or somewhere on the internet, I came across some really cool looking models that were perfect for either, I want to say Vostroyans. I was going to say Valhallans, but those are the ice dudes for the Astra Militarum Guard. Gonna call it the real name, but anyway, YDMiniatures makes some perfect looking guys for Vostroyans if that's your kind of thing. And as far as I know, nobody else really does that style. Well, no, I know there are a couple, but these look really nice. Anyway, so that's kind of their thing that they're doing right now, YDMiniatures, and I'll include a link. Let you guys check this stuff out on your own. And we got ourselves. Good God, what have I got myself into this time? Okay, that's just all bases in there. Okay, cool. Let's find out. Lots of little pieces. So, if you've watched me enough, you know I dig models with lots of little pieces. These are all cast resin, no 3D printed nonsense. Oh, these are their aliens too. I didn't know they were going to send me the aliens. They've got like these biomechanical claw things. Very dark Eldar-ish. I was not expecting that. Okay. Well, thank you, YDMiniatures, for sending us these as well. We'll definitely take a look at this guy. Okay. Yeah, this is totally like, look at these dark Eldar type faces. And lots of little hands. Lots of little hands with pointy blades that hopefully I do not break. Oh, we got a little las pistol in there too. Cool. Lots of little hands. And little things. Oh, other hands. Okay. That makes sense. Cape. Alright, I better not lose this stuff, because this is like a model that definitely looks like it's going to... Oh, we got a cyber doggy. Let's take a look at the cyber doggy here. What a good doggy, carrying his master's ammo packs. Didn't make the Orlock dogs proud. Oh, look at that! Not only is he a good doggy, but he is a well-prepared doggy. Nice rebreather. I don't know if that's just grafted onto his head. He does have some cybernetic limbs here. Looks like his hind legs. Never fret, we will put everything together and show you, and I'll have to go grab my Orlock doggies, even though they're not painted yet. Alright, this looks to be a Lieutenant Commander type model, and like I said, these are totally perfect Vostroyan type models. If we ever, okay, maybe not. I thought they were, maybe I got the wrong models, I got them mixed up. I don't know, this dude's almost like a Chaos Commander. No, that's very guard-like. Does have a couple options. Power Fist, if needed. Robotic limb. Other arm. Is that a tactical rock that doesn't want to stay in my hand there? Looks like it. And actually a really nicely sculpted backpack. That is upside down. There we go. Okay, can I find the perfect Vostroyans? They must be all in here. So these guys are actually called their Empire Grenadiers, and hopefully there, finally, we can find a guy with a nice Shako hat. Alright. Now, nice beefy-sized legs. None of this true scale nonsense. Well, actually, it's kind of true scale, but... nicely sculpted details. For some reason, we have 2 backpacks. Hey, extras are always appreciated. We also have 2 heads. See, look at that. I know the Grognards do something similar, but they're going to be a lot shorter, and I will show you what I mean. But we do have the option. Look at that face. Such facial hair. Vostroyans, right? Right? So he's got, I forgot to show, he's got his bayonet fixed, obviously. What is this part? Oh, that's the other hand. Okay. What else we got in here? a lot more Grenadiers. I'm not going to spill out every single part, guys. This is just, there's a lot of stuff here. I don't know what the difference is between the two backpacks. Ah, I take that back. Okay. One backpack has the propellant tank attached. Oh, it's hard to see. Maybe I have one that I already pulled out. Yeah, okay. So check it out. You know what it probably is? As I drop it. One of these is probably for the regular head. Then this one with the propellant tanks of some sort. Maybe that's actually supposed to be oxygen for the rebreather face. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay, looks like an actual grenade launcher for our Grenadiers is in here. I will show you everything, don't worry. Another bayonet fixed. Is this dude getting ready to fix bayonet? I don't see a bayonet in there. Looks like probably just a standard firing pose. And then I'm assuming that looks like a flamethrower, right? I don't know if it's a flamer, heavy flamer. All right, give me a sec. I will put all this together, I promise, and we will be back in just a sec showing it all off, because this looks like a fun haul of stuff to put together. All right, so I got our Grenadier guys all put together here, and for the most part, actually, they were pretty smooth. There weren't really a whole lot of issues. We'll start with our running guy. Naturally, I had to go with all the rebreather respirators that I possibly could. They do have two different backpacks available. They have the one, obviously, with the oxygen tank, and then there's the one without. So here we have our nice running pose. I gotta say, the models feel nice and sturdy. They've got a heft to them. They're not heavy by any means, but they feel thick. And they're not, I mean, they're kind of true scale, but I dig the proportions. I really do. Here's our running guy. Here we have another runner. This time without the full face mask. Not that that's an issue. Very nicely detailed. You can see just all the stitching on his jacket there. The lapels. So, I mean, my first thought was Vostroyans, but I mean, I'm sure if you just wanted to use them as any kind of a guard regiment, they would totally work. They've got the iconography without being overtly litigatable. That's a word. We've got our marksman here. This guy I could not get to match up his gun with his face, so he's just kind of firing blindly, I guess. Also could not resist doing all of the various heavy weapons. May not be a valid squad, but I don't care. So with the grenade launcher there. And then we have the flamethrower. Now, he was the most challenging one, and I want to say that both him and the grenade launcher do have the optional regular rifle, if you want to go that route. The only hassle I had with this guy was just trying to get everything lined up correctly. This hand is actually a separate piece than the forearm, which is a separate piece than the gun, which is a separate piece than the other arm. So it just made for some fun positioning, but it works. It looks like he's just, you know, blasting away, lighting the room up. And then this guy I actually thought was originally supposed to be a lieutenant, sergeant, some kind of a leader, and he is, but I don't think he's actually part of the same group as these Grenadiers. I want to say they had like some Chem Dogs or something like that, you know, more scuzzy Underhive types, and that's what he's got going on, but it works. And naturally I had to go with the most possibly grizzled version we could come up with. Naturally. And what would you be without a good mask on if you were going to run guard stuff? It's a little bit of a gap there, but otherwise everything fit together pretty smoothly, and just, I love the rebreather on the dog. Looks silly. It's fun. It's a nice little touch to go along with the squad. And then finally we put together the Haemonculus style Arachnid looking Dark Elder guy. Now, I'll admit, this guy gave me a run for my money trying to figure out. Finally, I gave up and looked online just to see how everything went. I had a good idea. I couldn't tell which way his various appendages were supposed to go. He does have an optional hand here with a little syringe, except it was so tiny it looked more like a cigar or something, or he's smoking a joint. I don't know. The other thing is I broke... There was supposed to be a syringe needle point on this arm, and it's gone. That's on me. And I did clip off accidentally a few of the keyed sections for the arms, but I think you can't really tell the difference. I think I figured everything out all right in the end. And he actually does use both of the octopus spider claw arm things to stand up on. So I would definitely be careful when getting him ready for his base. I haven't put together a base for him yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to base him, so that's going to be an issue. Grabbing the most upstanding member of the brigade here for Grenadiers, we'll grab a couple of other models. Now you can see here, there is a big difference. So if that's something that is concerning to you, this is a Wargames Atlantic Grognard. I don't know. Grognard! We're just going to say it that way. You can see that there is a good difference in the size. These guys are much larger. I guess it's not as bad when they're running, but there's definitely, like I said, there's a lot more bulk and heft to these guys. So something to be aware of. Grabbing some other humans. We don't need you for the moment, although I do like that guy. So a typical GW human, modern GW human, being an Orlok member. You can see here, let's grab one of the guys standing all the way up. Again, there is going to be a bit of a discrepancy. If that's an issue for you, be aware of it ahead of time. We don't want anybody having buyer's remorse. Grab it. It's the wrong model, dude. Alright, that's better. So this is a Maker's Colt Feudal Guard that was printed up at standard size. And again, you can see standard size being standard guard size for GW. So to me, I guess that's the only real detraction is they are a little bit bigger. And I know if you're going to be playing guard, you're going to have tons and tons of them anyways. And you do kind of want them to blend in. But maybe they're from a more hardy planet and they're more well-fed, and that's why they're bigger and more robust. Good hand-waving explanation to solve the size issue. And again, where's the Orlok I'm hurling around on the table? There you are. This one doesn't seem as bad. Maybe it's just the fact that their caps are so tall could be adding to it, because like looking at these two, that's not too bad a difference. I mean, it's pretty negligible. It's noticeable, but it's not the end of the world. Again, the more I think about it, maybe it's just the hat. Maybe it's just the hat that is really causing the size issues for me. We'll grab a Gates of Antares Freeborn as well. Now, he's got a tiny base, so we'll cut him some slack in that regard. But honestly, I gotta say, nice kits. Really nice kits. The resin was really easy to work with. That's always a plus. Despite its very long trip from Eastern Europe, everything got here in pretty much one piece that I didn't mangle myself. And, I mean, if you're into the guard stuff, I think this is just a fun, nicely sculpted, well put together alternative. And you guys know me, the more obscure the better. So with that said, obviously we'll put a link down below to Your Dreams Miniatures website. You guys can take a look at your own convenience, and I'm sure they will be more than happy to answer any questions. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.